Good evening, everybody. I'm David Asman. First up tonight, the largest evacuation in California history. The raging inferno scorching Southern California. We begin tonight with our own Jeff Locke, who's been doing remarkable reporting all day. What's happening now, Jeff?
David, I want to take you to the very latest. We've moved now to a location where you can see, we talked about the choppers all day. This is where they're getting the water. You see 3 of them have just come in to suck up some water out of this reservoir right now. This is actually what they use for drinking water nearby here. And as you see that one, where you see one just taken off, another one has gone off into the distance. And then, Bob, if you see that last one there, this is where they're getting the water that they are dumping on these fires that are out to the right. And if Bob is able to head on out that way, maybe you see the smoke that continues to billow up off in the distance. That has got folks that live here certainly very concerned about living so close and embers and that whole sort of thing. You live just up the street, right, sir?
Yeah, just right behind us, actually.
And what's going through your mind right now?
Well, I'm just glad that the wind is not blowing this way, because a couple days ago it was, and I was concerned about embers coming and maybe setting this area up on fire.
David, there are 3 kinds of people these days. These are people that have lost their homes. These are people that have managed to survive, and the area around their homes is burned, so they're now not in the line of fire anymore. And then there are folks like you whose fate is still yet to be determined.
Yeah, but I mean, the wind is kind of calmed down considerably, so it's gotten a lot easier to deal with it.
You've been through this before, haven't you?
A couple years ago, yeah. A couple years ago, they had the helicopters come out, and they put it out right away. But today's the first day with the helicopters, and it's been, 3 days?
A little slow on the uptake this year is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, you have to take into consideration there's a lot of fires around here, so. Yeah.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Sir, I appreciate the time. Thanks very much. As we said, David, a lot of stories to tell out here, a lot of people. We spent the day, as you know from talking with me throughout this day, still some areas of combustible material. And I'll tell you, talk about combustible material, it's right here. You don't have to go far to find it. Look at this stuff. If you light a match to this, what do you think is going to happen to that? You get that anywhere near flame, that's going up. And there's a lot of that still remaining out there, but there's a lot that's been burned already, and that's good news. But stuff that's been burned already, good stuff, because it can't burn again. That's the only good news we've got.